Yo, 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 yo. High value basketball. What's good, family? Yo, y'all need to get y'all boy fucking Gilbert Arenas, man. What the heck is going on with this fool? Like, seriously, bruh? Seriously. Like, you know what? You know what? I do know what's going on with Gilbert. Everybody keeps talking about, oh, this is some jealousy, or, he just don't like foreign players, or he just got a stake out on Giannis. Nah, this ain't that. This is just Gilbert Arenas being the same dipshit ass Gilbert Arenas that got his ass kicked off his team because he want to prank people and bring guns to the locker room and take shits in people's shoes and shit. Like, this is the same goofball, retard head ass motherfucker. That's what this is. This is just the same continuum of events, man. Like, I remember when Gilbert Arenas came to my team, Orlando Magic. Like, I'm not like a blatant Orlando Magic fan, but that's my hometown team. Man, I remember when that clown came to our team. When you have access to the home team, on cable, you see more stuff. You see more interviews and more behind the scenes type stuff. Man, that dude came down here being the same doofus idiot that he was up there. Like, he kept it in check, of course, but just the same, not taking a goddamn thing seriously at all, thinking everything is a effing joke. Like, that's who this cat is, yo. So it's not really surprising that, every blue moon, he ends up saying something completely out of freaking bounds. Like, bruh. Like, they got to take that Fubi channel away from this cat, man. Like, what is that Fubi basketball, whatever the heck that thing is? Like, what kind of name is that in Fubi? What the fuck is a Fubi? But yeah, man, like, he gots to go. Like, he really gots to go, man. It doesn't make any sense. Like, he's one of these prime example people of just because you got money doesn't mean you're smart. Just because you got money doesn't mean you're a good person. Like, it's that same thing like when you see somebody who spent $4,000 on their outfit, but the outfit look goofy and dumb as hell, but they covered in Balenciaga labels. You see all the labels and you see all of this, that, and the third, but you look like a clown. But, somebody who with some real swag and some real, G status to him could go walk in the damn near Target and put together an outfit. All you got to do is put on the right sneakers and you'll probably swag out better than this fool who spent all his money. That's Gilbert Arenas, yo. Gilbert Arenas got that mindset. We're like, yeah, look what I did. I done made it so far. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, yo, go back and analyze that man's career, y'all. Like, for real. Don't just look at the highlights in the Hibachi BS. Like, yo, that dude was not say a cancer, but that dude wasn't leading no team nowhere ever. That style of play wasn't doing nothing ever. Like it hasn't ever. Nobody who plays with that style of play has ever won a championship. The closest that we ever saw was Allen Iverson. Like, the closest who did win a championship was Kyrie Irving, and that was off the assistance and strength of LeBron, who had to carry the whole thing. Of course, he carried too. I ain't gonna take nothing away from Kyrie at all. But I'm just simply saying that style of play, that outlook and view of basketball, that's not winning basketball. He's never played winning basketball. I done watched plenty of them Fubi things he done did before. He talked about that one time when he was trying to make the USA team. When he's literally saying he walking in, I'm better than you. I'm better than him. I'm better than what's going on? What's going on? Motherfucker got benched and then didn't even make the team. Didn't even make the USA team, fam. Like, bruh, he's never been that guy at all. Like, he got people fooled. He just be out there running around. Hit him with the Westbrook quote, man. Like, he just got folks running around thinking that he dope. Like, man, we have to start silencing clowns like this, y'all. Like, I ain't gonna get no deep racial dynamics and stuff like that, but yo, like, you fuck, man. Like, black men, yo, we already be taking L's on certain levels. We can't be taking L's with clowns. Like, rich clowns. Like, no, they do not need a platform. They do not need to be allowed to speak. Like, if people keep saying, oh, he's a savant, he sees the game in a different way. Well, why he ain't a coach then? Why ain't nobody brought him in as an assistant coach? He can't even be a shooting coach, and he was a shooter. Don't nobody even want to bring him in to teach the players how to shoot? No, because these organizations, no, you can't They can't be trusted with that man around. That man is a clown cancer. Like nobody should ever entertain people like this. He's just one of the motherfuckers who broke through because his basketball skill was so ridiculous. And then yes, he was one of them same motherfuckers who signed them ridiculous overpriced deals. Y'all forgot? Like he sold out for the money. And I ain't even mad about like selling out for the money, so to speak. But he was never really about winning. Oh man, he ain't never really been about winning. And he talk about Giannis don't know how to win. Giannis don't know how to win. Motherfucker, you don't know how to win when you sign that $100 and something million contract when you know your ass only worth like 60, 70. And you gonna tank the not the value of the team, but tank the ability of the team to put other players around you because you taking all the money. Because you want to hibachi it up and shoot and build up empty stats and fucking fold when LeBron fucking come into town. Like, no. Like, Gilbert Arenas is not that guy. Gilbert Arenas barely ever knows what he's talking about, ever. He's just hella flamboyant. And that flamboyance is what keeps him around. But I hopefully think that what has happened with this goofy stuff and what he's been saying has opened people's eyes and hopefully closed people's ears to some of this clown culture stuff, man. Like he's being an NBA player sports equivalent of the Shannon Sharps and Stephen A. Smiths and Skip Baylesses. He's doing this on the player's weird side. Like this ain't sports journalism. This isn't proper coverage of the game. This is some weird sensationalism based on your own biases and crap, man. Like, let's get back to sports logic. Let's get back to real competitive sports talk. Let's get back to real basic analysis of what we looking at with our two eyes when we see these players doing. Like, man, this is some. I'm glad the weirdness is getting exposed. Like we're kind of in the post Kwame Brown era. Have y'all noticed that? Like ever since Kwame Brown like put the smackdown on Stephen A. Smith and ESPN as a whole, the climate has started to shift just a little bit. You know, of course, things ain't all the way shifted on the TV. You know, because that's the TV, so they just gonna do what the TV does. But we see these YouTube channels blowing up, man. We see these real people talking about sports blowing up, man. We see what's really, really happening out here, man. Like we see that Giannis championship, that I want to play real basketball and push through the intensity of internal fight and flight because I got to carry a team and push through those nerves and get to the next level as opposed to lapping up with somebody to make that crap easier for me. Like any of y'all who done played competitive sports at an official level, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The playoffs bring out the people who really got the heart. Like I remember the first time I went into the playoffs as a basketball player, yo. That crap scared the bejesus out of me, being just very honest. I ain't had a heart. And wasn't that I couldn't develop the heart, but my going into them playoff show, you like, yo, like this do or die mode changes everything. It ain't just fun and games running up and down hibachi and stuff no more. Like we really gotta man up. Really gotta put your guts on the line. Really gotta put yourself out there and see what you really are made of. Separating the mice from the men mode. And what is so weird is how Gilbert Arenas, not even weird, which is actually right on line with Gilbert Arenas, he completely annexes that out of the sports analysis talk, especially when he talks about a Giannis. That gets completely just X'd out. You know why? Because the shit got X'd out on his ass. He showed himself not to be elite. He showed himself to be ain't got nothing in his chest. He showed himself to just be about the highlights and the hibachi and not actually manning up and getting it done. Like he has exhibited that. So it's we shouldn't be surprised, Joe. Just look at the continuum of the man and how he be going on. Like shit is goofy, man. The dude is a goofy. So, we got rich goofies out here. That's a part of the reason why they get put on TV. That's part of the reason why they get followers. Because realize that there's a lot of goofies out here too. Y'all, some of y'all is some goofies. Like I follow a lot of NBA YouTube pages. I be looking at some of these comment sections, y'all. Like I don't know if it's like 12-year-olds in the comment section sometimes. I can kind of get out a little pass, but like, yo, if some of y'all's is adults saying some of this weird shit, whoo, buddy. I'm glad it's getting exposed. That's all I can say. I'm very glad it's getting exposed, man. Shout out to Giannis, a real champion. Shout out to all the players that actually want it. Like, I don't necessarily speak like negative, on players, who lap up and stuff like that. I do get that at the highest level, that shit is ultra hard, but damn, like damn. Anyway, I'm gonna end on one last little bit saying this. Y'all go back and look at the critique. We all know the critique that this goofy said about Giannis. Go back and look at the dumb shit he said in support of Ben Simmons in that whole contract situation and him quitting on the team for literally having no balls at all, no balls and no ability to shoot because the pressure of the moment was too big for his non-authentic basketball player self. I'm gonna do a video on that eventually, like exposing him. He's not actually a basketball player. He's an athlete who found a gateway to make it rich. Like, but his instincts and his true character is not that of a basketball player, yo. That's why he passes when someone is 5'2" on him, because he doesn't have the instincts, because it ain't really who he is. He just out here collecting them checks. So go back and watch how he supported Ben Simmons's weird basketball ass, but somehow critiques Giannis and uses the critiques on Giannis that he should have used on Ben Simmons. Like, everything that he said should be applied to Ben Simmons, but he supports that weird shit and not Giannis. So yeah, high value basketball. Stay up, family.